All right, we are back in open session. We don't need a motion to get out of closed session, or we do need a motion? Don't. Okay. We just move on the agenda. Okay. All right, which puts us to Romans 7, the consent agenda. Any discussion on the consent agenda items?
I will say we have a, to bring it to the board's attention because this wasn't in the original packet, but we sent it out in our last one or added it to this one. We do have a comment from a member of the public. I'm not going to read it out loud. I just want to bring it to your attention so you're aware. It should be page just after, or just before the case is dismissed.
Alex, if it's not a small town, will you say such and such is a medium-sized town in Iowa
Probably.
or a large town in Iowa?
I like to set the scene.
Oh.
In Fair Verona.
What would Dubuque be?
It's big.
It's big.
It's Dubuque.
What, number 6?
Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. It's from,
City.
it says Richard Radke. It's Mary Radke. She just submitted that in relation to 25 FC 0113, Mariah Oliver, which is an acceptance recommendation. Mary Radke is in favor of acceptance and has submitted this email. Where is it?
This guy.
It's before the start of the cases.
Right after the Erickson final report.
And we accepted who?
We accepted, we are recommending consent to acceptance. 25 FC 0113 Mariah Oliver
Oh, got it.
and Paulina Citizen. So there's actually an anonymous complaint.
Got it.
And she, Mary Radke, had considered bringing a complaint. Instead, she just wanted to include this for the board. Otherwise, she would have been. A number of people just really didn't like that session.
Did we do the dismissals now?
No, no. Is there any discussion on the dismissals? The only quick comment, I think it was 0108, and I'm totally fine with dismissing. I just got the X on that one, and I've been thinking about it a lot. Is the one the cell phone? No, this is not the cell phone. Is that Tara's?
Talking about Helmer, yes.
The hair salon?
No, the woman who
So yes.
reported
Tara
people illegally. And
She didn't, well, okay, we're talking about Tara Helmer's.
yeah, it's her phone in there while it was recording and left. We are a one-party state. So you can't do that. But it went away anyway, so it just gives me the icks if we're open records or open meeting complaining people that she did illegal conduct.
Her son was still there recording it. I don't know. I don't know exactly what.
Okay.
My
Well, it doesn't
understanding-
matter, but
Just to fill in the blanks on that case, because our recommendation is based on the fact that it was abandoned rather than anything to do with the
Yeah.
case itself. What happened there, from my understanding, is the city of Tripoli has a 2-tiered meeting schedule, which I've never seen anywhere else. They have a work session at 5 p.m. They have a normal session at 6 p.m. They discuss the same issues. They just do the discussion at one part and then, it's open to public comment. They actually vote on it in the second session. The first session ended at around 5:30, and there was a 30-minute period where the council was still in chambers, the public was still sitting in the audience, and she was recording, because she had been recording the previous session. She left her phone there when she went out for a smoke break. And during that time, in her opinion, there was an unlawful meeting that continued between the board members who were still seated at the table. Now, that raised a lot of red flags for me. I asked her to identify the voices in the video and we never heard back. So,
It's just busted on doing something illegal.
so, it was a strange thing. I think if it hadn't been abandoned, we might have, I don't know.
Okay. Any other discussion on the dismissals? Anyone like to make a motion on the dismissals?
I'd move to approve the dismissals, dismissal orders. Second.
Motion by Barry, second by EJ. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the dismissals and the consent? Say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. Moving on to the acceptances. Any discussion on the acceptances? Motion on the acceptances?
Second.
Moved by EJ, second by Barry. Any discussion on the motion? All see none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Boom.
The vote now includes Joel, right?
It includes Joel, doesn't it?
Joel, no. No Luke.
Oh, so it's still 6-0.
Yep. Moving on, chugging along, advisory opinion, Alex.
So this is the same advisory opinion.
Okay, I thought I was losing it when I.
Small change.
It's two small changes that we made. Thank you to Barry. We should have highlighted it. That's my fault. Thank you to Barry for forwarding the immediate corrections that were made by a few people who reviewed the opinion concerning my discussion of mayors specifically. So I bring it up in, I think, 2 places. So the first portion which was changed is in this executive summary. The first part talking about who is subject to the mandatory training requirements. I took out the portion where I said that the mayor was not subject. Essentially, these corrections are just to take note of the fact that some mayors are, some mayors aren't, and it depends on what city structure they have. So a city council where the mayor council form, where you have 5 members and then the mayor who can issue tie breaks. These chapter 372.4, I want to say, does explicitly say that the member is not, or that the mayor is not a member of that type of council. However, if you have a commission, if you have a board member at large where they're elected by their fellow members to be the mayor from the city council, in any of those cases, that would be a mayor. So again, I removed the language about a mayor in that summary. And then on page 4, I've added a new paragraph talking about whether a newly elected mayor is covered by section 2112 depends on the structure of city government. In a mayor council government where the mayor does not have the ability to vote as a member, they're not subject to the training. However, in other forms of city government, such as the city council manager at large form, in which the city council chooses one of their members to serve as mayor, the mayor would be subject to section 2112. So this is again just correcting the very astute observations of a few of our people who reached out to us and said, hey, you messed up on the mayor thing. My excuse for that is that this used to be a longer opinion. Things were just narrowed down, and I narrowed out the part that clarified the mayor specifically, and I made a misleading mistake. I'll take full accountability for it. This amendment is just to make sure that we're giving the right advice on something we already passed. So it's really just taking out the word mayor in one section and replacing previous discussion of more accurate advice for that one paragraph. It is the second one on page 4.
Starts whether a newly elected.
Yes.
All right, any discussion on the updates regarding mayors? I didn't know there were 2 kinds of mayors, so.
Many kinds of
Learn
mayors.
something new every day.
So do we have to rescind the original opinion or do anything since we approved it?
So pursuant to our own rule, we can sua sponte, IPIB may take up modification or reconsideration of an advisory opinion on its own motion within 30 days after the issuance of an opinion. So we're not rescinding, we're just pending. Pursuant to Rule 497 dash 13 sub 3.
Okay,
Yeah. Anybody want to move to amend?
so moved.
Second.
Moved by Barry, seconded by EJ. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the amendment, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, good amendment. Are we gonna make it 30 days without amending it again?
I really hope not.
Maybe.
Um,
All right, knock on wood. Okay. Matters withdrawn, no action. Pending complaints. A lot, Charlotte.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of these are like, I mean, this one is for, one
There's
guy.
another
Yes.
same person. I
So-
can't remember.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Wieland has 2, Jack Elder, these are separate cases, but there's still there. Actually, Wieland has 5, but they're
Yeah.
2 separate cases, not 5 separate cases.
Yeah, so there's,
Jeez.
I think
Tim has a lot.
Tim Ferguson, I believe, is up to either 6 or 7.
I get an email from like every other day.
He's a busy man.
On those two.
There's 2
And
Jack
then-
Elders.
We didn't warn you about that, did we?
Harley Comfort has 2, technically speaking, 2 of these. Comfort's original case, and I think it's also are combined, but they have separate case numbers because they were brought by separate complaints, slightly different
Okay.
patterns. And then Einsoff CR has 2 cases alleging similar issues, which, if you love the one today, we might have one on metadata coming up, but that is not for today.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna miss that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
weird.
All right.
No, Barry, you will not.
Organize these by small city, big city.
I will continue to report that. You can't
Okay.
stop me. That's how I frame a case.
I can delete it.
Uh,
What are you gonna say about Lake City?
Lake City.
It's small, medium? Small-
It's
More
like,
than,
I don't know, that's a,
more than Swan.
I use 2,000 as my cutoff for.
Yeah, 2000.
So 500 and 2,000 are the statutory cutoffs for city size in terms of what their actual obligations are.
Is Lake City even 500?
Because if you're
Yeah, there's a pizza place in Lake City.
if you have
That's the
fewer than
determining factor.
500,
We used to have a bar in Zwingle.
I mean, the smallest city in Iowa has 11 people, so rounds the limit.
What town is that? Not Hempstead.
It
Hempstead's
is-
24.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
they're in a barn at
Uh,
20.
cities.
Elston.
Which one is it, Joel?
Elston.
Elston.
Elston, that does sound right, I think.
That's fun trivia. Okay.
So that 11 is the smallest. Keoma Village is the smallest by size.
Wow. Where is that?
It's right on the. It is 3 small neighborhoods on the cusp of Keoma State Park.
Where is Keoma State
Yeah.
Park at?
It's right by either Osceola or Oskaloosa. I always get it wrong.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure it's Oskaloosa because I've made that mistake so many
So
times.
south. Okay, so south of 80.
So Elston actually has 19 people. Leroy is the smallest with 11 people.
Oh, okay. Name,
Elston, 19 still. Yetter is 19, Conway 17, Beaconsfield is 15. So
okay.
we are
That's great.
fun facts. Let's see if we can get some of those. Actually, just one more fun fact. So sorry, I really apologize. We do have a pending complaint from the furthest city from Des Moines. Which is Larchwood.
Oh, there's a casino there.
So yeah,
Where's
Larchwood.
Larchwood at?
It's right in the corner by
Practically Sioux Falls.
yeah. So there's your city fun facts for the day.
Okay.
It's
South Dakota.
Practically Sioux Falls.
it's the furthest top left corner of the state, which is 4 hours and 20 minutes away from Des Moines. So
There's a
maybe we'll have a training there.
casino there. DCI has to staff and nobody's real jumping to go Lurchwood.
All
All
right.
right, contested case.
So I'm gonna have you step out, Alex.
Absolutely.
Almost there, guys.
See you folks later.
It won't be long.
You want me to close the door?
Thank you. So I spoke with the ALJ. Well, it's not the ALJ, but, and I kind of seems like you guys want to be the jury. And so in that case, we just have to pick a date to schedule the ALJ, and then you guys will discuss with them there, and then they write the opinion of like whatever you guys discuss. And so I contacted them asking if they'd be available on the 16th of October, because our next board meeting, or November 20th, unless we want to do a different date other than the board meeting. They have availability on the 20th, so, but I haven't confirmed with them, because I wanted to make sure we wanted to do it on the same day as a board meeting, since you guys already have that in your schedule, or we can,
Long day.
or we can do a different date and see if I can, they have
I will be
availability.
remote on October 16th.
They don't have availability on the 16th,
Okay.
so they only gave me November 20th, and
I'll be remote.
And I figured if you guys have a different date in mind, I'd just bring it up at the board meeting, see if you guys would rather do it on a different day.
I hate to create another meeting date, but I'm just not sure we could do that and take
Okay.
the regular agenda. I don't,
We would have to do it like in the morning
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then have the afternoon.
meeting.
well, that's a possibility, but
That's a long
get it
day.
done in half a day. I don't know enough about it. I mean, from the time standpoint, how long it would take.
I think that's what we did the last time, EJ. I think we came in like at 9 and then had the board meeting afterwards, I think.
I honestly don't remember, Monica.
But yeah, it was a long day. I do remember that.
So that means I gotta get here by 9 o'clock.
But you said you're gonna be remote on the 20th.
Of October, 16th of October. I'll be
20th
here
of
on
November.
I'll be here on the 20th, sorry.
The 20th of October,
November.
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 They don't have any availability. I mean, they might have a different day available in October. I just gave them the 2 nearest board meeting days, and then I figured we could go from there.
Well, I'm not opposed to doing it, but, you know, but I don't have to travel, so it's easy for me, but if you want to do it all in one day, that's fine. I mean, I don't object to it. It's up to you, Barry. You and
I'd
Monica.
rather do that. Try to do it in one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll reach back out to them and make sure they didn't get rebooked in that time frame. So that'll be Toby Gordon will be our ALJ that day.
I've never heard of him or her. Do you know?
What's it, what dates again then? So I could put it.
November 20th.
Take the whole day.
Mhm. All right.
That's all I had for that.
Nobody explained me what this would involve
This
Yeah.
board.
when they appointed me.
I know.
Says it all.
Alex.
I might have to stay 2 nights in Des Moines.
No, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but Iowa Municipal Trains Association meeting is the next day.
21st.
Oh, all right, well, you're gonna have to come anyway.
Am I fired?
Yeah, but I have to be here, if I gotta be here at
No.
9 o'clock,
Not yet.
I'll have to stay overnight the night before that. 5:30.
5:30 in the morning.
Well, that time of year, you'd have no idea what the weather's gonna be.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
All right, Charlotte and Alex, what do you have for 706 training?
So we have applications pending from 6 providers at the moment. We have approved 3 of those. So that is the Iowa League of Cities, which did have a submission for last month. Based on the instruction that we were given last month, we've given them the go-ahead if they're on that approved list, with the idea that it's a consent item on this agenda. So Iowa League of Cities, the Iowa Association of Municipal Utilities, and Lynch Dallas, which is one of the main law firms that works with us. We also have pending approval for the other 3, but we're still working with them, making sure that they meet all the requirements. So the second 3 are for notice, the first 3 are for consent approval.
I think you can approve them.
That's what I thought, that's my understanding as well.
Yeah.
I think we
You
gave,
don't have to come here.
I think we gave staff.
This is more of an update,
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have to do anything.
unless we have issues,
I misunderstood. I take it back.
unless we need guidance from you
In
guys.
that case, we've approved 3.
Okay.
Cool.
Training committee did not happen today? Oh, it
We did.
Sorry.
Without you.
No problem. What? Alex, tell
We-
me about the training committee that I didn't go to.
All right. So just in terms of updates, we've been given obviously pretty hefty burden with statewide implementation of new training requirements. We've expanded the size of our sessions 2 or 3 times. We're up to 175 per session. The reason why it's not larger is just because, at least at the moment, we are manually creating those certificates, which is why, or part of why we have Jade as our new part-time administrative assistant.
She started on Thursday.
Started on Thursday and she sent out a bunch of them, and I am very grateful that I didn't have to do that because
I've been doing.
yeah, well, that's it. And I'm very grateful that you did it. It doesn't look like fun. If we are able to get that sort of mail merge, I know that we're looking at options for that, and then that would maybe open up more trainings. In any case, we're continuing to do 2 of those per month as online trainings that are available for free for everybody. I am also offering, and we're just kind of rolling this out right now to see what it's going to look like. Sort of in person, if you can get people together for a community. I love having those in-person trainings. It's a lot easier to do than online. So we did do one of those for the Stephanie Erickson case. We worked with the clerk, and as I mentioned during that case, we opened it up to other people in Johnson County to do that. We're also going to be doing one of those at the end of the month for Iowa City, which is organized with us. They invited us out, and potentially, I don't know exactly how many people are coming to that. My understanding is that there has been a lot of interest from the area of people who are willing to drive to come to that. With the other training providers, I think that we've had at least a marginal decrease in the number of emails that we've been receiving asking, how do I get into your training session? We've been directing people to them, even though many of those alternative providers do come with a cost, and I know that people prefer to go to us for our sessions.
And also, a lot of those emails are now going to start going to Jade about training, so it's less on our plate.
Yep. So I feel pretty good about where we are. Obviously, the big moment coming up is going to be the November elections, but again, it's my hope that with all of these other training providers and more coming down the line, we'll be in a good position there. Otherwise, we've just been invited to a lot of trainings in general. I have a training coming up with the Golden Circle Municipal Officers Association. Crazy name, totally love it. It's municipal workers from central Iowa. They're going to be passing on information that I share with them specifically about how we're meeting those new requirements under House File 706. So this isn't normal training. I'm just going to be meeting with them in a group to talk about specifically that House File 706. We have 2 trainings coming up with the county the state veterans organization. I do not remember what the acronym stands for. We have another training coming up in Marengo. I understand that I may be invited to Davenport. That's still pending. But there are many trainings coming up. I try to find cool things to do in each city. My understanding is that Marengo is the smallest town to have a Carnegie Library in the United States. So, there's your 4th city fun fact.
It's pretty.
Let me know if you come to, if you make it to Davenport.
I could visit Dwayne. I will see about Davenport. I know that it had been a discussion. I just don't know whether that's finalized yet. But we're all.
Let me know if you do. Let me know if you do that. I might actually sneak down to that training and just kind of sit in.
Yeah. So then you know how poorly I
No.
do my best.
How big is Zwingle anyway?
Huge.
I think it used to be 94. What
So
is it
80.
now? 84, yeah.
On our official list here.
Yeah.
So,
And it sits half in Dubuque and half in Jackson County. So,
Yeah.
and Jackson is much cheaper property taxes, much cheaper.
Believe it.
So that's where we are on training. Again, the big thing is, I think we're keeping up right now. I think we're in a much better position than we were before. We seem to have gotten some advice out. And again, we're holding more trainings than usual, but I think that these are really useful for people.
And a note on the certificates, I was sending them all out. I've been trying to get IT to let us do mail merge, but we have to like either do an extension that's approved because they're on Google, or we have to do some other thing so we can Outlook. And so they've been following me back and forth. So hopefully we'll get that resolved. It'll be easier for Jade as well. Just do a bulk send out versus having to create every certificate and then send them out. So I was doing that previously. So now with Jade gone, hopefully that helped with our, not gone here, with Jade here, help with our caseload so I can focus on actual stuff.
All right. Any questions for training? Got it. Legislative.
Oh, wait a minute. One more thing on training too. We talked about it in the meeting to know where our providers are at. That they should be sending us a quarterly update to let us know how many trainings and how many people they've certified, so that we have, we don't need to know who they've done, just an idea, because I just have this funny feeling that during the legislative session, that may come up.
How many have done the training? Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
Mhm.
Speaking of legislative,
So I just got the email from John Hagan last week about bill requests for us. So I'm guessing we're probably gonna start getting bill. We'll probably have legislative committee meeting next month.
What do we want to do? Anything we have in mind? I can't remember.
Same thing we've done the last 3 years.
That's true.
I don't know.
Just offer, take the bills, renumber them.
Well, that's how it works. It's a redraft. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Or LSA.
Yeah.
So that's the only update I have for legislative right now, is that it's about time for us to start submitting requests.
you just looked deep in thought.
Well, I was trying to remember whether there was some other legislative issue that we thought maybe we
I think
should.
it was, but I can't.
There was something. I can't remember
We
what.
talked about something during my interview.
I
made a note of
was
it.
fairly significant. Wasn't
Not
it?
the metadata thing, was it?
No. I don't know.
Something we wrestled with, isn't that terrible? It was something we've wrestled with and needed clarification.
I don't know.
I can search through the minutes and stuff and figure it out.
Yeah, minutes of the legislative committee meeting should have something. Joel and you and I talked about it, as I remember.
My understanding is we present it to the governor's office and they give us the go ahead of what we can.
You'd have to check with Erica. I didn't.
That's what she told me. So I've only ever done on the LSA side. So I'm just like,
No.
so I don't know.
That's the normal state government operation, but I don't know if this board is separate.
Yeah, we're independent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She may have done it and we wouldn't know about it. I don't remember that, but
Okay. I can touch base with her as well. That's all I have. for that. Rules was canceled
Rules was canceled, okay?
because I submitted our rule changes last month. I haven't heard back from the governor's office, so I have no updates. I just submitted what Kim did, so no changes from what you guys agreed upon there.
All right, off subject.
So we have a new attorney starting next week on September 23rd. Carissa, I gave you guys, yep, that's her.
Cool.
I gave you guys her resume. I'm excited. I think she'll be a great addition. She has a lot of experience in administrative law stuff. Yeah, so I think she'll be a great addition. Really
Great.
hoping that helps with our caseload as well, because
Oh, she's smart.
yeah, poor Alex has been doing a lot of it. So now we all have some help. And then we also had Jade start last week, which has been a big asset as well.
And she's a part-time administrative assistant?
Yep, she's our 0.2 of our 3.2. So
Okay.
she's only allowed to work 8 hours a week.
Oh, okay.
So up to 400 hours a year. And she's going on maternity leave in mid-November. So, but she's like, I probably need like a week off because she's a stay-at-home mom. So she's like, this gives me something to do. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Works in Waterloo.
Yep, she's in Cedar Falls. Yeah.
See you, boss.
She was the court admin when I was a law clerk at Blackhawk County. And then I knew she went to stay home with her kids. I'm like, hey, any chance you want a little bit of work? So worked out well.
Good.
And then for the budget update, I submitted our budget request last week, and that's why I don't have the spreadsheet. I reached out to Jennifer, and she said they haven't done it yet because they were just finishing up submitting all the budgets and the gap stuff. And so we're all set on gap in the budget. I did ask for a $29,000 increase from our budget last year, just so we can hire another attorney if we get the FTE and make sure we can cover the healthcare costs and technology and salary based off of.
That is going to be 29,000 more. Is that enough?
But what they give us 104 that they gave us for the person. I asked for 29,000 on top of that, so it'll be enough
You
for.
think that's enough? You know better. I just,
I mean, I calculated it with Morella and Jennifer. If we want to hire like an attorney 2, we need at least 29,000, but we only wanted to hire attorney 1. I mean, 104 would probably be enough, but again, like for pay increases for Alex and then Carissa, like we probably need a little bit more money. And then Salesforce cost and the cost of the building is more expensive than they anticipated it was going to be. So we had to buy $6,000. So that's part of the increase as well. So it's not solely for salary, but I think based on the calculations I did with Morella, I think 29,000 is enough, hopefully, but I didn't think they'd probably go for much more. So originally we were just going to ask for maintain the increase and get the FTE they forgot to give us, or it wasn't given to us.
I think with the implementation of this new law, this training, we certainly ought to be able to justify more than that.
Well, that's what the 104 was to hire someone to help with it, but then they forgot to give us the FTE. So ideally we would have hired. So I'm like, so that's why originally we were just going to maintain the budget. And I was like, well, based off of like, if they give us a COLA, cost of living increase and like technology and like, if depending on the caliber of hire, like I want to make sure we have some more negotiation room with salary and stuff. So originally I was only going to ask for a 12,000 increase. And then I was like, no, I'm like probably 29,000 probably makes more sense.
Check with Barry.
Always, always, always ask for more.
Yeah, that's why, cause I did it off of there's a spreadsheet on DAS that like helps you calculate like how much like you get off, like your salary is this, but like with all the benefits. And so I was basing it off of if we hired an attorney 2 at 84 versus an attorney 1, we would need at least $29,000 more. Presentation trainings. Alex already talked about that a bit.
I don't have any new updates aside from what I already shared.
And then John kind of gave us an update on pending cases.
Next meeting, October 16th, 1 o'clock. Be there, be square. We are adjourned. We have reached the end of the meeting.
Yeah, right.
The
And
end,
the Berry rule.
the Berry rule. I implemented it at in a court.
You did?
Mhm.
Good. Yeah, that's good. Did you call it the Berry Rule? Yeah, I'll be remote on the 16th.
All right.
Going to New Orleans the next day.
Oh,
Ooh,
International Municipal Lawyers Meeting, annual meeting.
that's good fun.
Yeah.
this is
Is that
definitely.
Marriott downtown?